Welcome back to the channel. If you're a first-time viewer or you found this video looking for van stuff, my name is Jeff Lanoski. I'm a professional mountain bike rider. I spend a lot of time traveling the country looking for the best mountain bike trails that I could find, and I do that out of an adventure van. I fell in love with van life about 4 years ago when I purchased the 2017 Ford Transit 15 passenger van. I built that one out all myself, except for the custom roof rack on the top, and it was a really fun, cool learning experience, and I learned a lot about what I would want in future vans. After driving that van across the country multiple times, I figured it was time for an upgrade. I met the guys from Sender Vans in Richmond, Virginia, and they gave me the opportunity to design my completely custom dream build. They even gave me the opportunity to come into the shop and help out a little bit. So this van behind me is a major upgrade from the van that you saw in my last van check video, and I'm pretty excited to show you what it's all about. It's a 2022 Ford Transit 250. It's all-wheel drive. This van is quite a bit bigger than my old one. Even with the rooftop tent on that one, this is still taller. Part of the reason is the high roof, but it also has a lift kit. It's all-wheel drive, so I want to make it as capable as possible. So it has adjustable rear suspension and a 2-inch lift in the front. That makes the thing sit a lot higher. So in order to make getting in and out a lot easier, I got these Owl Van side steps. These things are invaluable. So in order to make getting in and out a little bit easier, I have this Transit Off-Road sidebar. So Transit Off-Road is also part of a bike company. If they make bikes, they gotta be cool. We have some sick Method aluminum rims, and then the old tires were so good that I stuck with the BF Goodrich. They worked really good on the rear wheel drive Transit. I can't even imagine what I can get into with these things on this. The other noticeable feature on the outside is the bump outs. So that adds a bunch of interior space. When we go and take a look inside, you'll see what a difference they make, but they also make the van look super cool as well. Now let's take a look at what you all want to see, the garage. That's usually the most important thing on these adventure vans. But before we do that, let's take a look at this bike really quick. This is my brand new Reebs Diesel. It's a 155mm travel bike, has a steel front triangle and an aluminum rear triangle, Cane Creek suspension front and rear, 160mm travel fork, full Shimano drivetrain, i9 wheels, and that is all held by a one-up rack. So there's storage for up to 4 bikes inside, but it's so much more convenient if I'm just running around town, going to the bike park, shuttling, to be able to put the bikes on the one-up rack. I don't have to take the wheels off or anything like that. That allows me to swing everything out of the way and then get in the back doors where all the magic happens. This back is completely custom. So the top of that storage compartment that you saw in the bedroom is what I like to call the boss box. I totally stole this idea from Bryn Atkinson and Jill Kintner. Theirs goes all the way to the ceiling. I wanted mine a little bit open, but I love the idea of having storage. Also, you usually have bedding and stuff falling into your garage, so this keeps everything nice and organized. So starting with this, I have room for my air compressor hoses, helmets, all my cleaners, orange seal, tire inflator, full feedback toolkit, shock pumps, you name it. All of that is stored inside this. On the side of the van is a really long shoe holder. So that's mounted to the side door and allows me to store pretty much everything. My shampoo and body wash when I'm doing those outdoor showers, pads, lots of Tasco gloves. Probably have about 20 pairs of those scattered throughout here. Wheel locks for my one-up rack when I'm leaving the bikes outside and I need to lock them. Sunglasses, they're all in here. Tie downs, everything I need just goes in that on-the-door storage, keeps everything nice and organized. Okay, so let's get to bike storage. It was really important to maximize space. Being 6'4", my bikes are pretty tall, so I wasn't able to put a slide out under my van. Those usually add 2 to 3 inches, so we just have adjustable bike mounts. I could put 4 bikes in here, but I needed to make sure that they fit in as neatly and tightly as possible. In order to accomplish that, the power box needed to have a custom pedal pocket put in it. That allows me to tuck my bike as close as possible, and when I want to fit 4 bikes, that's really important. Once the bikes are all mounted down, I want to make sure that I can manage the front wheels. So I have this really cool one-up slide system. There's slidable hooks. Usually you put them in the garage of your house, but I have these under my van. It allows me to make sure I can put the wheels in there, slide them to the side when I need to get the bike out, and then I can slide them nice and tight when I'm done. In the back of the garage is a water heater. That is really cool when you're doing parking lot showers, and underneath that is the porta potty for those emergency situations. To the right is another rack stash. It's a hook system, and hanging from that is a really cool Dometic table. It sets up, it's really awesome when you're camping. It's a great tabletop, and it's super compact when you're not using it. Tucked behind the toolbox is a Cook Partner stove top. That thing is really awesome when you're camping. It is like a jet engine. It heats up stuff really fast, and you can completely spray clean it when you need to clean it out, so it cleans up fast and quick as well. In order to use that water heater, I have this outside shower kit. So this is for cleaning bikes, my body, anything I need, I just plug in the quick connect hose, and then I can spray off whatever I need to spray off. The toolbox and wash kit and all that is on a slide. Usually when these vans are loaded up, they're kind of tight, so I can slide this stuff out and get to all that stuff, my wash kit, my toolbox. I pretty much have everything I need in here to pretty much fix anything that I need to on the road. Lots of spare pedals, shocks, derailleurs, anything that could possibly break when you're on the road, even a bleed kit, everything is in this toolbox. It's pretty much a full service bike shop. Since I have all the tools to fix everything on the road, I need a place to do it. So this one-up rack goes into this mount on the door. It allows me to throw my bike in there and fix whatever needs to be fixed. This is the inside. The biggest difference between this and my old van is this is a high top model, so even with sneakers and a hat on, I can stand on the inside. I'm 6'4", so that's pretty challenging, and the Ford Transit's the only model that allows me to do that. This is an extended wheelbase van as well, so there's a lot more length. That allowed me to bring the bed inside. There were some elements of my old van that I really liked that I carried over to this new build, so let's take a look at those first. The first and most important thing that I carried over from the old van is a passenger seat with seat belts. I still drive around my kids or friends. I want them to have a safe place to sit, but this seat is a little bit different than my old van. So with the new setup, I have the ability to have it facing sideways, which gives me a ton more room here. But with this L track in the floor, I could turn it 90 degrees and it still can face forward like a normal van. Another element that I carried over from my old van that I really liked was the under seat storage. So I have tons of storage. This is where all my camping stuff goes. Propane, solo stove, lights, that all goes under here. I have room for bug sprays and sunscreen under here. And then I just have another random junk drawer here. So this is everything that I could access super quickly. If I know I'm gonna be parked for even a couple hours, both of these seats swivel around, so let's take a look at what that looks like. I can swing both these seats around, and then I have this lagoon table. It pivots, so you could use it from the passenger seat or the driver's seat. It's an awesome workspace, and then I still have my little tabletop over here for drinks. That way I won't spill it on my laptop. This is the kitchen area. Now my old van didn't have a kitchen, but one thing that I did like about the old van that I carried over to this one is a storage cubby that I could access from inside or out. I added some succulents to try to spruce the place up a little bit, and then I have this box of stones and various things I've been collecting from all the places that I brought this van so far. This is a Dometic CFX 45 cooler. Everything I need to keep cool goes in here. Food, creamer, post-ride beverages, all goes in here. And then when I'm not using it, I can just put the top down and slide it right under. Stays out of the way. Everything's hidden behind this door, and I have two full-size chairs I could take out for when I'm tailgating. This is the kitchen. Now first off, there's some dimmable lights that illuminates the backsplash. And the backsplash, I put some wallpaper on there to try to personalize it a little bit. It has a 2-inch thick butcher block countertop and a really deep sink. So it's kind of cool. You could have that cover on there if you just need counter surface. It has a basket if you want to strain stuff or dry dishes. And it's really deep. It allows me to store a lot of stuff in there or wash fairly big things when I'm out on the road. Another cool feature is the removable handle, so I could kind of move this thing around, and it allows me to be a little bit more efficient when I'm washing stuff inside a van. On the backsplash, I have some coffee cups. Now if you're on the road and you want to make some coffee, I want to try to do it as neatly and efficiently as possible. So I have an espresso machine in this top cabinet. I can make quick, really good coffee on the road. I contemplated doing the percolator or the French press. There's always grounds to get rid of and all that kind of stuff. This allows me to get a really good, quick cup of coffee when I'm on the road. And then aside from the coffee maker, I have my Nespresso capsules up here, random sugars and spices, various drink mixes, and paper towels. Underneath the sink is a junk drawer. I feel like every house and van needs some kind of junk drawer, so anything random just gets tossed in here. Underneath the bed, this is where all the cutlery goes. Spoons, forks, can openers, knives, everything goes underneath there. And then under the sink are these double doors. So I have access to my garbage can here. I have a Dyson vacuum that's plugged in, so I have constant power, cleaning supplies, and a dustpan and broom for little cleanups. Underneath the bed are these two double doors. This allows me to carry extra long stuff if the need ever arises, but also I can store my laundry basket in the garage so that if it's stinky, I don't have to smell it. Over here, I have a floor to ceiling cabinet. It's about 35 inches wide. So much storage in here. So up top, I have my food. This isn't a tote, so I could take it out when I'm barbecuing. And then just other stuff, canned things, toiletry bag for when I'm showering, just random stuff, lots of space up top. And then down below, tons of cabinet space. This is where I keep all of my clothes. So I've kind of sectioned this out. This is usually underwear, socks, stuff like that. Pants up here, different storage bins. So this is my jersey and t-shirt one, shorts in the middle, and then every cyclist needs a chamois basket. The cool thing about this lower shelf is there's a power source back here, so I can keep GoPro batteries, watches, laptops, all stored in here, charge them while I'm driving, and they're also out of sight. Storage is super important in the van. I like everything to have a place so I can stay nice and organized. So starting off, the most visible thing when you walk in are these hooks from 1UP. They're positioned all around the van. They give me places to hang backpacks, jackets, towels, hoodies, all that stuff I could hang up so everything has a place. I even have 4 of those hooks over my bed for all my hats. If I want to hang up anything else, I have spots to do that. After the hooks, lots of shelves and lots of cabinets. So we built this open spot over here. I have some storage containers, put my toiletry bag, and in an effort to keep this place a little bit homey, have some plants going. So hopefully in a few months, this will be hanging down. It'll make it look nice and cool. So there you have it. That's my 2022 Ford Transit Sender Van. I'm calling it a Trail Boss model. So if you're one of the people that found this video looking for van stuff, consider subscribing for some awesome mountain bike content. This is gonna make my life on the road a lot easier and even more productive. I had a ton of fun working with the guys from Sender Vans on the design and the build out. I had even more fun showing it to all of you, but now it's time for me to hit the trails and do some mountain biking. Hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you found it informative. Until next time, get out there and be a boss.